Hi there guys, and welcome back to the Urbex channel. We've got a bit of a tutorial episode for you today. I've been having a lot of people sending me messages and leaving comments on my page, just asking me like, where does the money come from? Where do I spend my money during these projects? I know that usually, you don't talk about that kind of stuff, but I thought, I'd really give you guys a bit of a look behind the scenes, draw back the curtain, and let you guys know how I go about doing a budget and everything. So first off, I've done 5 Urbexes so far. I've got the 6th one coming up. Here's an example, episode 2. If we just jump straight down to my total budget here, I think I've got my cam on my monitor. Yeah. So total budget at the end of the day was 5,910. We're in euros, but that includes literally everything. So first cost was Amazon equipment. Any equipment that I've needed, anything that's around the filming or around the actual location is all under that. And then my food budget was about 50 euros for that one, because you got to remember I'm including the food budget for me and also for Max or whoever else is joining me on them, because some of these Max hasn't been around for. And then I've got the budget that I have for Max. That is actually his fee, his shooting fee, and then miscellaneous for other. It's just little things that cost here and there. And then I got my post-production costs, which is, pretty everyday stuff. I don't really do much video editing myself. I can, but I try and not get too crazy with that kind of stuff. And I've also got a graphics department and any miscellaneous that goes into post-production as well. There is other costs that have been in other ones. For example, I've started a new series of costs that are lab. Like after episode 2, I started the lab budget. That lab budget is basically anything that is specific to the Urbex, and that requires any training or anything for me to do any experimentation, testing equipment out, or even doing going on the scene and doing tests. That all goes into that budget. And there we go. I mean, they fluctuate basically. Episode 2 was my cheapest at 5,900, and they go anywhere all the way up to 9,500. That was episode 5, but that was the catacombs, so not a big surprise there that was a higher budget. I had to buy new equipment for that one because we were in a more confined space. Max asked for a higher fee. I mean, it was a whole series of different things that just kind of quickly pushed up that budget. And then I guess as we're talking about budget, we should also be talking about where the money is coming in from. So basically, my first Urbex video, when I was working on it and getting prepped for it, I was looking for funding from somewhere, and I actually got an amazing grant from Australia. It's the Creators Fund. It's from Creative Victoria, and they gave me a grant which is comes out to the equivalent of 10,000 euros. And it's incredible. It's basically like an artist grant, and it's any kind of different artistic endeavor they'll give you funding for if you can basically prove that it's interesting and that it's something fresh and new. And actually, when I sent in my application, I called them about 5 or 6 times to make sure that they'd gotten it. And I spoke to this one woman working there. I think she was the secretary, and she told me mine was the first ever Urbex budget that had been requested. I like being a man of firsts. And then other revenue that I have is t-shirts, obviously. I don't know if I have one around here. So guys, I'll just show them up here. If you haven't already seen them, we've got the Urbex t-shirts. There is a link on my Facebook page, and you can just click it and it'll show you where you can buy some Urbex t-shirts. What else? Okay, so there's also my YouTube revenue, obviously. And guys, finally, I'm going to just take this opportunity to make a really exciting announcement. It's that my new concept for revenue for my Urbex videos is actually going to be an online fundraising campaign that I'm starting. The website's called Tipeee.com, and there's going to be different goals and rewards that we can aim for. And it's honestly one of the most exciting projects I've done, and I'm super excited about it. You can give small donations, big donations, every little bit counts, but you should probably know that there are some kind of exciting things that can happen. A lot of my rewards are really cool. There's obviously t-shirts involved in there, so you can get t-shirts through the Tipeee account as well. You'll pay a little bit more, but that's for the donation as well. There's also one of the biggest rewards, which is actually coming on an Urbex with me. That's right. You'll be able to give money to come on an Urbex with me. We'll film it. You'll be part of an episode. It will be the most exciting thing ever. And then there's the goals, which they're goals for me. They're kind of like challenges for me, right? There's some pretty big budget ones, but then there's lower budget ones. The lower budget ones are more attainable, more imaginable. And then there's some big ones. And I don't want to give everything away, but I kind of should probably tell you that just between us, the ultimate goal that we can reach is actually me doing an Urbex in space. That's right, you heard me. An Urbex in space. That would be the ultimate goal. I mean, like I said, every little bit counts. If we don't get there, but we have the right budget, maybe I can still make it happen. But ideally, we just hit that goal, smash it, and then we've got Scott Urbex in space. How exciting is that? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this budget edition. Now you guys know how much I make. I really have been enjoying pulling back the curtain and showing you guys the mechanics, because I know that you guys are really curious, and I know that I'm an inspiration for a lot of you guys. And honestly, it makes me so happy to see you guys following in my footsteps. All right, signing out, guys. Thanks for joining me. And there's another Urbex coming up super soon, and I can't wait for you guys to watch it.